A project manager observes that the goals defined in a newly assigned project charter closely resemble those of a previously completed initiative. What is the most appropriate step for the project manager to perform? Option A, examine historical documentation and adapt it for the current needs. Option B, directly apply the documentation from the past project to manage the current one. Option C, consult the project manager from the previous endeavor for guidance. Option D, inform the project sponsor that the current project is redundant. Okay, in this scenario, we need to identify the most appropriate step for the project manager to perform. Looking at the options, Option A examines historical documentation and adapts it for the current needs. That makes sense, since it indicates the initiation of a new project. Option B, directly applying the documentation from the past project to manage the current one. That's not a great approach, since it indicates a copy-paste solution, which could lead to issues. Option C, consulting the project manager from the previous endeavor for guidance. That sounds like a good way to get some insight, but it doesn't focus primarily on the current project. Finally, Option D, informing the project sponsor that the current project is redundant. That seems too extreme, since it suggests the initiation of a new project is completely unnecessary. So the correct answer is A, examining historical documentation and adapting it for the current needs.
This scenario touches on the concept of leveraging existing organizational knowledge. When starting a new project, we often encounter objectives that mirror past efforts. The core of this question is about determining the professional, standard way to handle these similarities without reinventing the wheel, while ensuring that the specific nuances of the new project are still addressed appropriately.
I believe the correct answer is Option A. Examine historical documentation and adapt it for the current needs. This is the standard approach because it leverages organizational process assets to improve efficiency. By reviewing and tailoring existing artifacts, you maintain quality while respecting the unique requirements of the new project.
Option B is incorrect because blindly copying past documentation ignores the specific context of the current project. Option C is a good networking step, but isn't a formal process action. Finally, Option D is wrong because a similar goal doesn't automatically mean the project is redundant or should be canceled. As a tip for your exam, always look for answers that promote process improvement and tailoring rather than passive copying or assuming immediate project failure.